Welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm your host, Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with Stan Mingione, who's the Executive Director of the Old Saybrook Senior Center. Stan, welcome. How are you?
I'm great, Pete. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you again. It's been a while.
It's been a while since we've spoken. Yeah, this crazy times. I hope you're doing well.
I am. I hope you're doing well as well. It's been a while. Last time we were together, we were actually in the studio, and I guess now this is the new normal for the next couple of months.
It is. I keep saying that I'm not going to say that word, but I guess it is the new normal, isn't it?
Exactly. So what's been going on since the outbreak of the COVID-19, and how does that affect the senior center?
So it's affected us. We actually closed the center on March 17th. Stopped all our congregate meals, all our programming, our medical transportation, everything basically stopped. But we still continue to do our Meals on Wheels program, and we have instituted a grab-and-go meal in place of our congregate meal. So we did congregate meals in Old Saybrook, in Old Lyme, and in Clinton. But because of the virus, we've had to stop that. But we've instituted this takeout grab-and-go, as we call it, meal, and it's been very, very successful.
Oh, nice. And how does the grab-and-go meal work? How does it work?
So basically, just like our congregate meal, people call the Estuary, they make a reservation, and we do it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on Monday, people come and they drive by. They don't get out of their car. We give them 2 meals on Monday. We give them 2 meals on Wednesday and 1 meal on Friday. So they have their 5 meals for the week. Yeah, and we've actually done very, very well with it. We've signed up a lot of new people. We're actually doing close to 300 meals a day right now, which is phenomenal for an organization our size. Pre-COVID, we did just under 200, so you can see how it's impacted the organization. And we've had to lay off a lot of our staff, so we're down to 10 people right now that are doing this in our organization, along with 37 volunteers who have stuck with us.
Oh, there you go. So for the viewers and listeners that don't know, tell us a little bit about.
I think Pete froze again.
Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. No, for some reason I keep freezing, so we're gonna keep going. So we're gonna.
Okay. We have the technology.
I know. So what was the last thing that you said?
So I was just saying, the service works, essentially the same as our congregate meal, where people call into the Estuary, make an appointment, and we do our grab and goes in Old Saybrook on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on Mondays, people get 2 meals. On Wednesday, they get 2 meals, and on Friday, they get 1 meal. So they get their 5 meals for the week.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about the senior center.
So the senior center, like I said, March 17th, we closed for all our activities, for all our programming, our exercise, congregate meals, our medical transportation, all that ceased to exist right now. Waiting patiently for the guidelines from the governor's office, as I'm sure everyone is, for reopening the state, so we can get back to a little bit of normalcy with programming. But I think this is going to change the landscape a little bit of senior centers for a bit.
Absolutely. Now, when the governor decides to reopen the state in May, in a couple of weeks, what do you think the normalcy will be that people see when they come to the senior center?
I think it's going to look a little bit different. We're going to have to limit, I think, the number of people that walk through the doors. I think congregate meals will have to cease for a while, and we'll continue our grab and go service. Exercise classes, again, everybody keeping their social distancing and wearing their masks. Right now, we're in the process of having the building disinfected and cleaned professionally from top to bottom in anticipation of people coming back. But until we get those guidelines, it's kind of hard to say what senior centers are going to look like. I think a lot of it is going to be remote programming.
Right.
So it's going to be a little bit of a change.
Now, as far as remote programming goes, with your location, what's going on as far as remote programming goes, and how can people take advantage of it?
Well, we're still working out the kinks there. Right now, we're doing a yoga program remotely, which is working out well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're looking into getting some of our other instructors and see how what the interest would be and how that would work with the other instructors.
Now, as far as with what's going on with the COVID-19, you can maybe tell us a little bit about how that affected the senior center when you guys had to close. And
yeah, big adjustment. There's a lot of our seniors who don't have access to the internet, so they can't follow along with our Facebook page and get our updates. We've tried to do lately a series of YouTube videos, which kind of updates people as to where we are, just letting them know that we're there. We're still in the office. We're still answering the phones. If they have a question or if they have an issue, even if they just want to talk for a while. This is a stressful time, as you know. So we just want to let everyone know that we're there for them, and just be a presence in the community. One thing I didn't mention with our grab and go is we've actually partnered with some local restaurants. So they're doing actually the grab and go for us right now. They're restaurant meals. We've got the Tea Kettle in Old Saybrook and Mercina's and TJ's and Pizza Palace and Cuckoo's Nest. They're all, as they've supported us in the past, we're supporting them by helping them out, giving them some business as well. And it's a good variety for our clients to come to not only get, they're used to the Estuary's food, which is great, nutritious, wonderful food, restaurant quality meals, but they got a little bit of a choice here with these local restaurants participating. So it's really been a community experience.
Nice. I actually saw you posted something with Pizza Palace on your social media page not long ago.
Yes, they did. I think last week they did one of our lunches. And again, people are getting the choice. They're very happy with it. We've signed up so many new people. We've seen so many new faces. We see a lot of the same faces, which is great. We get to, myself and the staff are out there at lunchtime handing out meals. So we get to see everybody as they drive by. So it's kind of refreshing.
Oh, absolutely. And as far as once you guys reopen, obviously that's going to affect the way you schedule your programs and obviously your day-to-day operations. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I think we're facing an unknown territory. We're just going to have to kind of wait it out and see what it looks like. But I think for us, it's going to be everyone coming into the building with masks and social distancing. It's just the way things are going to have to be, I think, for the foreseeable future. Anyway, for the rest of this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And
we're just trying to keep everybody safe and healthy. So that's our main objective. Absolutely.
And last time you and I talked, you guys had some fundraisers plans. How's that affected?
We did. This Saturday, this coming up Saturday, it would have been our senior prom. We were all looking very forward to that, and disappointing that it's not going to happen now, of course.
Right.
And in September, we usually have our big fundraiser. Last year, we did Shoreline Chefs down at Water's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking of doing something a little bit different this year for our major fundraiser. But again, we're looking into changing that up a little bit and see how maybe we can do that remotely. In this new age that we're in.
I know. It's very, very, very. I don't know about you, but I'm adapting to it, and it's a change.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Our seniors are doing great. They're adapting to the change. They're handling it well. A couple of weeks ago, I saw not very many people wearing masks. Now all our seniors are coming through the grab and go line, and they've all got their masks and their gloves, and they're doing their part.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And basically, how long have you been with the senior center?
So actually, May 15th will be 15 years.
Oh, wow.
I started in 2005.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah, so been a long time. I was the controller for 12 years, and these past 3 years I've been executive director. It's been fun. It's been just a wonderful experience, and a little interesting right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Didn't foresee this coming, but we just want to be out there and be a presence in the community and advocate and do what we need to do for our seniors.
Absolutely. Now, as far as day-to-day operations go, how is that affected with what you guys are doing? Obviously, pretty much because nobody's there
Correct.
all day.
We pretty much on normal operations, we have a staff of about 22 people. We're down to 10, so we've had to lay off quite a bit of our staff. We have mostly the kitchen staff. Even David, our transportation manager, has transitioned over into the kitchen to help out because the volume that we're doing, meals are flying out the door faster than we can make them. So he's transitioned over into the kitchen, and it's really heartwarming for me as the director to see my 10 people that are there with me every day. They haven't missed a beat since we've closed. We haven't missed a day of meals. So it's really, for me, it's really heartwarming.
Exactly. And as far as upcoming for the senior center, what can people expect to see?
Well, again, the governor's talking about opening up on May 20th, so we'll see where senior centers and nonprofits fall in that phasing of opening the state. We're just going to try to go along with those guidelines and see how best we can open to keep our seniors safe. We want to see everybody back as we were, but we know that's going to take some time, and there's going to be a few changes along the way.
Absolutely. It's gonna be very interesting once May 20th rolls around and things start to reopen again.
Absolutely. There's a task force being put together in Old Saybrook, which I've been asked to join with the chief of police, Spira, and our first selectman. So I'm interested to hear what they have to say and information that they could give out as to how to safely go about this.
Exactly. And so tell us a little bit about the task force.
Tomorrow's going to be their first introductory meeting, so I don't know too much about it, but I know it's just some people in the community leaders that are just getting together to kind of talk about what it looks like and how to do it as safely as possible.
I know I actually had the Old Saybrook first selectman on with me not long ago, and we actually talked about the way that they're doing things. And what he was telling me that the town hall is now basically closed, but they're open by appointment.
Yes, absolutely. And I think for the senior center, a lot of our activities are going to be by appointment. You're going whether it's for foot care or haircut, everything is going to be by appointment. You're probably going to have to come in one at a time and leave, and so it's going to be an adjustment, I think, for us all. I think it's been for everyone, not just our seniors, but I think overall everyone's had to adjust to a new lifestyle.
I know, and I'm sure with what's going on because last time you and I sat and talked was a while, and you guys do bus trips all the time. I'm sure that the bus trips have been affected.
Absolutely. We can no longer do that. Our medical transportation, which was amazing service, where we take people from their homes to a medical appointment out of the area. So out of one of the 9 towns that we serve,
Right.
That's had to stop as well. So, a lot of our services have just gone away.
You think they're going to come back?
I do. We're planning on it. I think it's just going to take some time.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
better to take the time and be safe than to rush it.
And I don't know if you saw in the Harbor News last week who the person of the week was.
Yeah, I've seen her around the office a few times. So
I think I've interviewed her a few times.
you have Heather, our development coordinator, was
Yes.
person of the week. So we're very happy with the work Heather's been doing with the Estuary, with our development. She's been instrumental in helping us keep going during all this. We sent out an emergency appeal letter,
Yeah.
and the outpouring of the community has just been tremendous. The support we've received has just been outstanding.
How is she?
She's very well.
Good.
Saw
Good.
her today, so she's very well. She had a squirrel that kind of broke through the ceiling tiles in her office, but next time you talk to her, I'll let you bring that up.
Uh-oh. Squirrels in there. Okay. All right. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. And now what's day-to-day life for you like? Do you still go into the office every day?
We're in the office every day. Myself and a couple of people are in the office. We're answering the phones. We're taking appointments. We're out at noontime doing our grab and go service, greeting our customers and our clients. And we're just trying to stay on top of all the information that's come about to with the regards to the CARES Act and the stimulus money. We just want to make sure we're on top of everything so that we can continue as an organization.
I know, and one thing we didn't you and I haven't talked about yet is how are you guys funded?
So our nutrition program is funded through the area agencies on aging through what's called Title III-C funds.
Okay.
And those funds are through the Older Americans Act. And we get reimbursed a certain percentage for each meal that we serve. And the rest we have to make up through fundraising, through donations, which is a little tough right now because we can't do any fundraising.
Yeah, right.
So again, the outpouring of the communities has just been tremendous. The support we received. Right.
Now, what towns do you guys cover?
So we start in Clinton and we go all the way up Westbrook, Old Saybrook, Old Lyme, and then we go up Route 9 to Chester, Deep River, Killingworth, Essex.
Okay.
Yeah. So
wow.
we do 9 towns in the area, and again, our meal counts have just been through the roof lately. Like I said, we were barely doing almost 200 meals before COVID, and right after that, right now we are up to over 300 meals. So 1,300 meals a week. So we're really pumping them out. Our kitchen staff is doing a great job.
Holy cow! You guys are keeping busy.
Oh yeah,
you guys are cranking. That's a good.
We're really yeah, and the great thing is a lot of our volunteers before COVID, they're older people as well. So we've asked them, out of safety and concern for them, to stay home and to keep doing their social distancing. We've gotten a lot of new volunteers. Some volunteers have stayed with us, which is really great to see. We've got about 37 volunteers with us right now.
So out of safety and concern for the older senior citizens, what were you saying, Sam?
So for our volunteers, some of our volunteers are older folks as well, and we've asked them to stay home during all this. But we've gotten some new volunteers. Some volunteers have stuck with us, which is really great to see. So we've got 37 volunteers right now, along with the 10 staff people. So we're really blessed again with the support of our community and support of our volunteers.
Absolutely. You guys are keeping busy, even though we're in the middle of a shutdown and everybody's told to stay home. You guys are hopping.
Absolutely. We've got a little bit of normalcy going on, but it definitely is changing times.
Absolutely. And what
we want to make sure that all our seniors are fed, all our seniors get a hot meal, a nutritious meal, and just a friendly face and an ear if they need to talk.
Absolutely. Now, that's one thing we didn't talk about during the first half of the show. We didn't talk about what is a normal meal day like at the senior center.
Yeah, so we do our congregate meals in Old Saybrook Monday through Friday. We do a congregate meal in Old Lyme Monday through Friday. We do a congregate meal in Clinton on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and in Killingworth on Wednesdays. So again, all that stopped. In Old Saybrook, we average around 45 folks a day for lunch. Today we did 55 grab and go meals. So you can see,
wow.
our volume has stayed steady. Like I said, the great thing is we've seen a lot of new faces.
Exactly. And obviously, you're going to want to see those new faces plus more new faces once you guys reopen.
Absolutely. I hope that, the new faces stick with us, and, we get to see them when we open up and when we return to normal, so they're able to enjoy all the programming that we have to offer.
Now let's talk about, we got a little bit more time left, so let's talk about the programming that you guys offer.
Yeah. So a big thing for us is our exercise programs. We do a lot of yoga. We do Zumba. We do gentle yoga. We do Tai Chi. We have a full service gym, full line of Nautilus equipment. We have treadmills. We have new step equipment, which is for people that are challenged with their joints or mobility. The machines are easy to get into, easy to get out of.
Right.
But you can work on your upper body, your lower body, your cardio fitness. So we have a lot for seniors in terms of exercise. We have our thrift shop. Our thrift shop's open 6 days a week. That ceased to exist right now, but we're hoping that we can modify that a little bit and come back just as strong with our thrift shop. Our thrift shop is a great source of revenue for us. Great bargains. People love it. We're open on Monday through Friday. We're open on Saturdays, half a day. So we're looking forward to getting back to normal.
Now tell us a little bit about the thrift shop and what types of treasures people can find.
Great clothing. I mean, we've got, I know I go down and look at the racks, and I see a lot of clothing that you'd see in TJ Maxx or, Marshalls, same, almost new stuff that people bring to us, great condition. We have housewares as well. If you're looking for, wonderful set of dishes, our jewelry, sometimes we get into great jewelry that, people are just so generous to donate to us.
Right, absolutely. And what are the hours of the thrift shop?
So the thrift shop is open from 10 to 3:45 Monday through Friday.
Okay.
On Saturdays from 9 to 12.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the thrift shop is closed during the pandemic.
That's correct.
And once things reopen, you guys will reopen. Now, what do you think the reopening of you guys will be? Which phase do you think you guys are going to be in?
I'm thinking 2. Yeah, so I think that for us makes sense. It gives us some time to continue to get the building cleaned and ready for people to come back.
Absolutely. And I'm sure you're going to be glad to see everybody back, though.
Absolutely. I said this to somebody the other day. When we walk in the morning, it's dark, and the dining room's empty and the lobby's empty, and it's just not the way it should be. We're a facility that's very people oriented.
I know. And tell us a little. We got a little bit more time left, so tell us a little bit about the facility and where you guys are located.
So we're located at 220 Main Street in Old Saybrook.
Yeah.
We're actually in the Paperback Cafe Plaza, which is
Right.
210 Main Street, where some people call it the old theater, but it's Function Fitness right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you drive into that plaza and drive all the way back head to the big flagpole, that's the big white building in the back. We're right on North Cove. We've got beautiful views, as you know, if you've been to the building many times.
Oh, yeah.
We've got beautiful views of the North Cove. And one of the things that we hope to do in the very near future is to get our grounds up to par so that we can, in this new time, while we're not congregating, we have the ability to use our grounds, our patio, for people to enjoy as well. I think it'd be a really great community effort if we can get our landscaping done, get people outside, get people to enjoy the views, maybe an adult playground out there so people can do some exercising and keep active. So that's kind of some of the things we're thinking for the future.
On behalf of Stan Mingione, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks, good night, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Pete.